Imagine, my child, a world where kindness isn't just an afterthought, but the very foundation of every single thing we do. Think of kindness as the sun in your life. It warms everything, it lights the way, and it makes life grow. That's what I dream for you, for everyone. Now let's break this down, because I know sometimes the world can seem too big, too complex. But remember, great changes start with small steps. Firstly, let's talk about seeing the good in others. Everyone has their story, their struggles, and their pain that you might know nothing about. When you meet someone, whether they're smiling or frowning, know that there's a depth to them just like there's a depth to you. Approach them with a mindset that says, here is someone just like me, someone who might need a kind word, a smile, or just a nod to know they're seen. It's like planting a seed. You might not see the tree grow today, but you're contributing to a forest of kindness for tomorrow. Now, why not start with the small things? A please, a thank you, holding a door open. They might seem like nothing, but they're the bricks that build the house of respect. They're the signs that say, I acknowledge you, I respect you, and I care. And this, my dear, is contagious. It spreads like the most beautiful, unstoppable wave. Imagine if everyone did just one small kind act a day. The world would transform before our eyes. But here's the thing, kindness isn't always about others. It starts with you. Treat yourself with kindness. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Be patient with your journey. You are my creation, and you are beautiful in your imperfection. When you're kind to yourself, that kindness overflows into the lives of others naturally. It's like filling your cup until it overflows. Only then can you truly quench the thirst of others. Now, I want you to think of kindness as a language. It's a language that crosses borders, that breaks down barriers, that heals wounds. It doesn't need translation because it's felt right in the heart. Speak this language daily. Make it your mission. Be an ambassador of kindness in a world that desperately needs it. And here's the kicker. When you're kind, it comes back to you. Maybe not immediately, maybe not in the ways you expect, but it does. It's the law of the universe, the rhythm of life. You're building a boomerang of blessings that will come back to bless you in your times of need. But remember, this isn't about keeping score. It's about creating a cycle of goodness. A cycle that lifts all of us higher, closer to the divine, closer to the essence of what it means to be human, to be part of this vast, mysterious tapestry of existence. Now take a moment, breathe in deeply. Can you feel it? That's the potential within you, the seed of kindness that's waiting to burst forth. You have the power to make someone's day brighter, to change the course of someone's life with just a simple act of kindness. Imagine the possibilities. Listen, my child, I'm speaking directly to you from a place of boundless love and eternal wisdom. I've got something important to say, something that resonates with the core of who you are and the world you live in. It's about unity, about coming together as one, regardless of where you're from, the color of your skin, or the beliefs you hold dear. This isn't just a wish, it's a deep, burning desire within me. Imagine a world where every hand, no matter how different, joins another in harmony. Can you see it? It's beautiful, isn't it? Now you might wonder, how? How do we turn this dream into reality? It starts with you, yes, you. It begins with a simple act of reaching out, of understanding, of listening. Every great journey begins with a single step, and this one is no different. Reach out to someone different from you, not with judgment or fear, but with curiosity and kindness. Listen to their stories, understand their dreams and fears. This act, as simple as it might seem, is the seed from which unity grows. But why is this so important? Why am I, your guide and guardian, stressing this point? Because in unity there's strength, in understanding there's peace, and in kindness there's a ripple effect that transforms the world, one heart at a time. The walls that divide us, built from misunderstanding and prejudice, can come tumbling down, but only if you choose to take that first step. I want you to imagine a bridge, a magnificent, sprawling structure that spans the vast chasms of division. Each plank, each nail, each step on this bridge is an act of kindness, a word of understanding, a moment of connection. Building this bridge might seem like an insurmountable task, but remember, every monumental feat begins with the decision to start. I am calling on you to be the architect of this bridge, to be the beacon of hope in a world that desperately needs it. This isn't just about making the world a better place for others. It's also about transforming your own life. When you open your heart to others, you'll find that barriers within you start to crumble. Prejudices and fears, those silent thieves of joy, begin to dissipate. In their place, understanding and love start to grow, filling you with a sense of purpose and fulfillment that you might never have thought possible. But remember, my dear child, this journey is not a sprint, it's a marathon. There will be days when the divisions seem too wide, the differences too vast. On these days, I urge you to remember my words, to draw strength from my unwavering faith in you. The path to unity is paved with patience, perseverance, and an endless capacity for love. I am with you every step of the way, guiding you, cheering you on, and marveling at the beauty of your spirit. Embrace this mission, my child, with all your heart and soul. Let your actions speak of a future where unity reigns, where love transcends all boundaries. This is not just a dream. It's a possibility, waiting just on the horizon, ready for you to reach out and grasp it. Start today, in this moment, with an open heart and an eager spirit. All right, let's dive right into this, speaking from the heart and soul, as if I were speaking directly to you. Imagine this. You're carrying a heavy bag filled with rocks. Each rock represents a mistake, a grudge, or a bad memory. Now I tell you, believe in the power of forgiveness to heal old wounds. What I'm really saying is, hey, it's time to set down that heavy bag. Let's unload those rocks one by one. First off, I want you to understand that forgiveness isn't just about saying, it's okay, to someone else. No, it's about freeing your own heart. It's like opening the windows on a stuffy day and letting a fresh breeze sweep through. It's about giving yourself the chance to start fresh without the weight of the past dragging you down. Now you might be thinking, but wait a minute, some of these rocks, they've been with me for so long, they're part of who I am. And I hear you, I really do. But here's the thing, holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It just doesn't work that way. The only one who ends up hurting is you. So how do you start this process of forgiveness? It's simple, really. Start with a small rock. Think of a small wrong that someone has done to you, something you can look at and say, you know what, I can let this go. And then just let it go. Picture yourself physically dropping that rock and watch as it rolls away. Feels good, doesn't it? That lightness, that's the beginning of healing. And once you've felt that initial release, you'll find it gets easier. Like a snowball rolling down a hill, the act of forgiveness gains momentum. But here's the real secret, the true power of forgiveness. It's not just about other people. It's also about forgiving yourself. Yes, you heard me right. All those times you've messed up, all the opportunities you think you've missed, all the wrong turns you believe you've taken, it's time to forgive yourself. For those too. Forgiving yourself means accepting that you're human, that you make mistakes, and that's okay. It's about understanding that every day is a new opportunity to be better, to do better, and to grow. It's about recognizing that your past does not define your future. I promise you, once you start walking down this path of forgiveness, you'll start seeing changes. Not just in your heart, but in your life. Doors will open, opportunities will arise, and you'll find a strength and a peace you never knew you had. And here's the best part. As you forgive, you'll find yourself surrounded by love and positivity. Because forgiveness is like a beacon. It draws in light. It draws in love. It draws in all the good things this world has to offer. Listen, my children, for I speak to you now, not as a distant deity, but as a presence in your very heart, as clear and as present as the sun in the sky. I bring you a message of peace and justice, a beacon for your journey through the storms and the stillness of life. This is not a whisper from the past, but a shout into the fabric of your now, a call to action, a plea from the heart of creation itself. Imagine a world where justice is not just a word we toss around, but a real, living force. A force as tangible as the ground beneath your feet, as palpable as the warmth of the sun on your face. This is not a distant dream, my beloved. This is the potential of your reality, a masterpiece waiting to be painted with the colors of peace and righteousness. I bless those who take a stand for what is right, for in your courage, you echo the very essence of my being. But what does it mean, you might wonder, to stand for justice? It's simpler than you think. It starts with the small choices you make every day, choosing to listen rather than ignore, to understand rather than judge, to act rather than turn away. Justice is like a seed. When you plant it in your community, it grows, spreads, and blooms into a garden of equality and fairness. But it needs gardeners. It needs you. You who see beyond the surface, who hear the unspoken cries for help, who feel the pain of the world as your own. You are my hands and feet in this world. Through you, my work is done. I call upon you, not to be heroes of grand tales, but to be warriors of the everyday. Stand up against the small injustices that pave the way for larger ones. Speak out when you see wrong. Lend your strength to those who have none. This is how change happens, not in one grand moment, but in countless small ones. Each is precious as a drop of water in the desert. Do not be discouraged by the enormity of the task, for I am with you in all things. Every act of kindness, every gesture of solidarity, every moment of compassion is a victory in the grand scheme of the cosmos. Believe in the ripple effect of your actions. Believe that each small wave can build into a mighty ocean of change. I understand, my children, that the path of justice can be thorny and arduous. You will face obstacles, skepticism, even hostility. But remember, the darker the night, the brighter the stars shine. In the deepest shadows, your light, the light I have kindled in each of you, burns fiercest. Let this light guide you. Let it inspire those around you. In your journey towards justice, you are not alone. I am with you, in the whisper of the wind, in the steadfastness of the mountains, in the endless flow of the rivers. These are my promises to you, written not on tablets of stone, but on the very essence of the universe. Now, I ask you to rise. Rise not in anger, but in love. Rise not in fear, but in courage. Rise not for revenge, but for justice. For in this rising, you fulfill your true purpose, you embody the highest ideals I have set for you. This is not just your fight, it is our fight. Together, we are unstoppable. Embrace this mission, my beloved. The road ahead is paved with the possibility of transformation, of yourselves, of your communities, of the world. Every step you take is a step towards a future where peace and justice reign supreme. Hey there, it's me, your friend in the skies, and I've got something important to tell you. It's about finding peace, about finding a safe harbor in the stormy seas of life. I know things can get tough, really tough. You might feel lost, confused, or alone, but I want you to know that I'm here for you, always. First off, let's talk about the tough times. I see them, I feel them with you. But here's the thing. These moments, as hard as they may seem, they're not just obstacles, they're opportunities. Opportunities to grow, to learn, and to find strength you never knew you had. And when you're standing in the middle of that storm, feeling like you can't take another step, that's where I step in. I'm your refuge. Now, when I say I'm your refuge, I mean it in every sense of the word. I'm that quiet place you can go to when the world is too loud. That comforting presence when you feel all alone. That glimmer of hope in the darkest of nights. I'm not just a concept or an idea. I'm as real as the sun that rises every morning and the stars that shine every night. But here's the part where you play a role. I'm here, ready and waiting, but you've got to reach out. Imagine I'm holding out my hand to you. All you need to do is take it. Talk to me, tell me your fears, your dreams, your struggles. I'm all ears. And there's no fancy language required, just speak from the heart. That's all I ever ask. Now I know what you're thinking. How do you find this refuge, right? It's simpler than you think. It starts with a moment of silence, just a moment to step away from the noise of the world and be with yourself. Be with me. It could be anywhere, your room, a park, even in the middle of a busy street. Wherever you are, just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let it out. Feel that? That's the beginning of peace. But it doesn't stop there. This refuge, this peace, it's something you can carry with you every day, in every situation. When you're faced with a challenge, remember that moment of peace. Remember that you're not alone. I'm right there with you, guiding you, supporting you, loving you. And here's the beautiful part. As you start to feel this peace, as you start to dwell in this refuge, you'll begin to see changes. Not just inside you, but around you. Your calmness will affect others. Your strength will inspire those around you. And slowly, you'll start to see your world transform. This isn't just about getting through the tough times. It's about changing the way you see and interact with the world. It's about recognizing that no matter what life throws your way, there's a place of peace, a source of strength, a well of hope you can always tap into. It's about knowing that in the midst of chaos, there is a sanctuary within you, a sanctuary that I've created just for you. So here's what I want you to do. Take a moment every day to find that peace, to visit that refuge. Make it a habit, a sacred part of your day. And remember, this isn't about escaping from the world. It's about equipping yourself to face it with grace, with courage, and with a heart full of love. I'm here, my friend, in every sunrise, in every breath of wind, in every moment of silence. I'm here, offering you peace, offering you a refuge. All you need to do is embrace it, embrace me. And remember, no matter how tough things get, you're never alone. I'm right here, always.